This is lot 830, which is a Zousain filly, which Star Thoroughbreds has just purchased for $130,000. It was a filly that, again, I'd identified on my travels when I came to Widden. She was a bit of a standout for me. She's just, as you can see, she's a lovely big filly, just has a lovely big loose walk on her. I can see a lot of, Zousain about her. I can see a lot of Fastnet Rock about her, and I mean, they've been two of the best stallions we've seen in Australia in the last sort of 10 or 15 years, those two horses, and so it's combining the best of the blood. Zousain, Fastnet Rock. Obviously Zousain, he's got off to a flyer with his horses, his oldest being 3-year-olds, particularly with his fillies. He's already had 2 group winning fillies and a couple of stakes place fillies as well, from only about, I think about 30 or 35 runners, something, not a huge amount of runners, and that's a very good strike rate for a young stallion. So he's certainly begun his career in a really impressive fashion. So to be able to buy a filly for that sort of money by a stallion that's on their way up, as we know, Chris Waller, who will train this filly, he trains Zousain, he trains Zousain, he also trains one of Zousain's group winners so far, a filly called Amelita, who won a Group 3 in Melbourne during the spring. So it's going to a trainer who knows the breed exceedingly well, so you know that this filly's going to get every chance in the Chris Waller stable. Probably for me, what's possibly just as impressive, if not more, apart from the filly's attitude, her physicality, and her sire line, is her dam line. This is possibly the strongest dam line in the world today. You can't see it on the catalogue page, but her 6th dam is a mare called Best in Show, and she's probably the most influential mare, certainly in this part of the world, in the last 20 years. As you can see, this filly's 4th dam is Chance's Choice, who produced 3 Group 1 winners, including Red Eats Choice. Obviously, Red Eats Choice needs no introduction. It's just a family that's produced Group 1 winner after Group 1 winner here in Australia. As you can see on the catalogue page, there's a horse there called Schwartz. He's a recent Group 2 winner of the Missile Stakes last spring, and he's a horse that I think, barring bad luck, he's going to win a Group 1 at some stage during his racing career. He's a very good horse, and Super Sham, his mother, obviously Group 2 winner. I've seen some of the foals out of her, apart from Schwartz, and she just keeps putting really good foals on the ground. I think this page is only going to get better and better, and certainly, if this filly can win black type at some stage during her race career, when she comes on the market later at the end of her racing career, especially coming from such a pretty potent female line, the breeders will absolutely be clamouring all over themselves to buy her at the sale. So she's a filly that could be worth a hell of a lot of money later on in her career when she's retired from racing. So, and then the other thing I suppose that's just as impressive was the price. I mean, she was a filly, I think, I was sort of thinking we might have to go as high as $200 to buy her. So to be able to buy her for $130,000 is, I think, exceptional value, and I think you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck with it if you decide to take a share in this filly. As I said, C. Waller knows the family, knows the sire, and just a lovely filly with a great nature, and will be very easy to train, and I think just a filly that her ownership group will get a lot of enjoyment out of over the next 2 or 3 years.